I don't feel sick. I didn't feel sick. I still don't feel sick. But the test said I was sick. I had 2 lymph nodes under my arm, a lump in my breast, but the news just kept getting worse when we got it. So stage 4, breast and bone cancer. 2 weeks later, we came out here, and as of today, August 8th, I am 0 for any cancer markers moving in my blood, which is outstanding. When I came here, it was 9.27, and now it's at 0. I'm tickled pink about that. I have a little more work to do on the cancer, but it's outstanding. I think I'll be here more than 18 months. In fact, I plan to be here for another 30 years. So thank you all to Brio-Medical. Jeanette and I'm from Jackson, Wisconsin. My condition was stage 4 breast cancer, bone cancer. Prognosis about 18 months. Conventional medicine would make me comfortable for about 18 months, they figured. And that wasn't acceptable for me. So my husband and I were looking, Michael, who has been my rock through this, for something different. I said I would rather live my last 18 months without chemo than live it with chemo. And so we looked many different places, but none of them seemed to fix me. I don't feel sick. I didn't feel sick. I still don't feel sick. But the test said I was sick. I had 2 lymph nodes under my arm, a lump in my breast, but the news just kept getting worse when we got it. So stage 4, breast and bone cancer. I remembered Dr. Goodyear being in a video about COVID and how they repurposed different drugs for COVID and for cancer. So I put in Goodyear, and Brio-Medical came up, and I watched the video, several videos, and so I said to Mike, I think this might be a place for me, rather than just saying 18 months and done. And so he looked at a couple of them, he's like, call them. And I'm like, well, it's Friday night. And in Wisconsin, it was 10 to 7, or 5 to 7, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, they're closed. And he's like, no, they're 2 hours time difference for us. And I said, oh, well, who'd be there on a Friday afternoon? There was every reason in the world not to call Brio-Medical. And so he's like, call him. So I called him, and it rang, and it rang, and it rang, and it was 5 to 7 in Wisconsin time. And I'm like, they're gone for the day. You know, they're just a cancer clinic like everybody else. And I set the phone down. I said, well, that's God's answer. I'm just going to live my next 18 months. I'll be fine. I was fine with that answer. And the phone rang, and Mike's like, answer. And I'm like, I don't really want to talk to anybody. And he's like, it's the clinic from Arizona. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's 7 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock there. He says, just answer the phone. And when I answered the phone, it was, excuse me. It was, he said, hello, this is James Robert from Brio-Medical in Arizona. I see you called. And I'm like, yeah, I called, but it's like after 5, after 7 here in Wisconsin. He goes, I'm here all night. I'll talk to you. What do you need to know? And he proceeded to give the biggest ray of hope that I had had in 30 days from my diagnosis. And so I just kept saying, just thank you for answering. It was a ray of hope for me. So 2 weeks later, we came out here, and as of today, August 8th, I am a 0 for any cancer markers moving in my blood, which is outstanding. When I came here, it was 9.27, and now it's at 0. I'm tickled pink about that. I have a little more work to do on the cancer, but it's outstanding. I think I'll be here more than 18 months. In fact, I plan to be here for another 30 years. So thank you all to Brio-Medical. Here at Brio-Medical, I got several treatments, a lot of them to do with energy and how you move the energy in the bodies around. But probably the main one here for me was the hypothermia. And all the research that I had done on cancer, after you find out you have cancer, you do a lot of research, was the, and I'll say it, the Cadillac. It was supposed to kill the most cancer, the best for bone cancer. And that is where they heat you up and essentially put you into a fever state. And that treatment, I didn't realize I had a lot of pain. I don't think I still had a lot of pain when I got here, but any pain that I had in any of my bones was gone after the first treatment from that. And my treatment and my tumor since then has shrunk dramatically. That was one of the treatments. Some of the other treatments were the hyperbaric chamber, the pulse, the prism, the IP therapy, the Weber laser. All the staff has been very helpful and very knowledgeable and will answer any questions, but they stack their therapies so your body gets the best of everybody's research over the years to control cancer rather than just kill the immune system with the chemo. They stack the therapies so that you are healed. Brio-Medical will give you the hope, the information. They'll tell you why they're doing something and why they're stacking therapies and how they're stacking therapies for your particular cancer. Not just a general, we're going to do this, that's all we're going to do. Mine was very specific. Yet another lady here, we talked and we have the same type of cancer, but it's a totally different type of cancer, but it's the same kind of cancer. So the hope that they give you is one of living, one of looking forward. I get to go home, and that's the best that I could ever ask for. And I know God has something to do with everybody's life, and I do believe that He is blessing me with the ability to be at Brio, but all the doctors are blessed also here for their knowledge. Thank you to the staff. They are outstanding. They're outstanding.